Hey, this is John Duisberg. I am the co-founder of Cool Leaf, and these are 5 lessons that I wish I knew when I was just starting out with my own company. So, number one, um, it's going to take 4x longer than you think, and it's going to cost 5 times as much. So be ready. Give yourself some runway. Things are going to happen. Things are going to get screwed up. Timelines are going to get delayed. As a founder, you're always frustrated that things aren't happening fast enough, and it's just the nature of startups. It's gonna cost you more. It's gonna take longer. So give yourself runway. Be prepared. Number two, um, so go after a market with a lot of momentum. Big macro trends happening in an industry. Someone told me once that you can be the best surfer in the world, and if there's no waves, it doesn't really matter. Conversely, you can just be an okay surfer with where there's lots of good waves, and chances are you're going to catch one and have a good ride. So go after a market where there's a lot of momentum and demand in an industry. So number three, and I see this mistake all the time. Positive feedback does not mean market validation. Sending a survey out to your friends and your family and getting all this positive feedback and high-fiving and thinking this is going to be the next big thing, that is not market validation. Paying customers, that's real validation. When someone is willing to pay for your product or service, they value it. So getting to paying customers as quickly as possible, that's when you're going to really learn. Definitely encourage you to get to paying customers as fast as you can. Number four, get to what I call ramen noodle profitability as quickly as possible. And so this is essentially becoming cash flow positive while operating at a low cost, minimal budget. Different philosophies on this. I personally think that becoming cash flow positive, even at a very low budget, gives you flexibility. You're sustainable. You're not dependent on outside capital. That's my personal approach: is get to ramen noodle profitability as quickly as you can. And lastly, number five, and if I'm going to be honest with myself, I feel like this is a mistake that I made, my co-founders made, is we wanted to start a company and become an entrepreneur versus having a real personal experience with a problem and starting a company to solve that problem. So if I was going to give advice, start a company around a problem that you just have a very intimate knowledge of, and are going after that to solve that problem that very well, versus just wanting to become an entrepreneur and starting a company and looking for a problem to solve. So those are 5 lessons learned. I hope this helps others along your journey, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to share.